Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Of all the nerve, bold and beautiful's Ridge may be about to ruin Steffy, and he doesn't even realize it. Anybody else find their jaw hitting the floor while watching recent episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful? No, not because they revealed that Bill is Luna's dad, not that we believe that for a second, but rather by Ridge's latest boneheaded behavior. We've called Ridge out before, repeatedly, but this time we're genuinely baffled by his behavior. Because without a single thought about daughter Steffy's feelings, he set her on a collision course with Brooke. Why? So he could step down as co-CEO in favor of designing. On the surface, that's not the worst decision ever. After all, from the moment we first met Ridge, he was behind the scenes at a fashion show, preparing to introduce the world to the latest Forrester Creations designs. What floored us was that Ridge made this huge decision about the future of the company without so much as consulting Steffy, Eric, or Thomas. "You two and Thomas," he told a bickering Hope and Steffy. "You're the future of this company. We can't work together, we can't succeed. So do me a favor, figure this out." He then walked out of the office and suggested Brooke become Forrester's co-CEO, without a single thought to any of the people he just dubbed the future of Forrester. Now, don't get it twisted. The idea of Brooke and Steffy butting heads over the future of Forrester is a fantastic, fun idea. It's the kind of thing that sets up big drama, although only time will tell if the show can deliver on that promise. It's also wildly disrespectful of Steffy, given that the dude didn't so much as consult his daughter before suggesting she share an office with a woman she's long despised. And what about Thomas? Sure, he's currently licking his wounds in Paris, but there's absolutely no reason that he couldn't serve as Steffy's co-CEO. After all, Forrester is an international brand. It might actually be helpful to have someone in a position of power operating things from the other side of the world. Then there's Eric, the dad whom Ridge claims to love with all his heart, despite just having tried to push him out of Forrester Creations. When Eric and Ridge engaged in a fashion showdown, the patriarch of the family realized just how much he missed the business and declared that he wanted to be more involved. In fact, one of the major issues which drove him was a desire to reclaim his office, including that much-discussed stapler. Ultimately, however, it is Steffy whom Ridge's actions will most impact. Deny it though she might, Steffy would love nothing more than to see the Logans booted from the company bearing her clan's last name. Given that Forrester seems to have only one office out of which the execs work, not including the design studio, Ridge has just assured that Brooke and Steffy will be butting heads every single day. Worse, with Finn and Hope having bonded in recent weeks, and Ridge having decided not to axe Hope for the future, at least for the time being. A situation has been created which will only serve to push all of Steffy's buttons. If there is one winner in this scenario, it is viewers who will have a front row seat as the drama unfolds. The only question remaining: are we providing the popcorn or are you? In the glittering world of The Bold and Beautiful, drama never takes a backseat. Amidst the power plays, passionate romances, and intricate relationships, Ridge Forrester stands as a figure who has seen it all, done it all, and yet finds himself at the cusp of a critical juncture that could very well unravel the life of his beloved daughter, Steffy Forrester. What makes this situation all the more tantalizing is that Ridge, in all his wisdom and experience, might be entirely oblivious to the havoc he is about to wreak. Ridge Forrester is no stranger to the tumultuous tides of fate. As the patriarch of the Forrester clan, he has weathered countless storms, often finding himself at the center of conflicts that threaten to tear his family apart. However, his current predicament is a unique blend of personal ambition and paternal blindness, a cocktail potent enough to send shockwaves through the lives of those he holds dear. Steffy Forrester, Ridge's fiercely independent and resilient daughter, has carved out a niche for herself in the world of fashion and business. With her innate sense of style and business acumen, she has become a force to be reckoned with, much like her father. Yet beneath her polished exterior lies a vulnerability that Ridge seems poised to exploit, albeit unintentionally. The genesis of this looming disaster lies in Ridge's ambitious plans to expand Forrester Creations into uncharted territories. His vision is grand, his strategies bold, and his determination unwavering. However, in his quest to secure a legacy that will outshine even the most illustrious chapters of the Forrester dynasty, Ridge is blinded by his ambition, failing to see the precarious position he is placing Steffy in. Unbeknownst to Ridge, his plans hinge on a deal that involves a ruthless business mogul, someone whose methods are as cutthroat as they are effective. This mogul, let's call him Victor Steele, is known for his ability to turn even the most daunting challenges into lucrative opportunities, but always at a cost. Victor's interest in Forrester Creations is piqued not only by the company's impressive portfolio, but also by its key players, particularly Steffy. Steffy, with her impeccable business skills and striking presence, becomes an unwitting pawn in this high-stakes game. Victor's strategy involves leveraging his influence to lure Steffy into a partnership that promises exponential growth for Forrester Creations. However, the fine print of this partnership is riddled with clauses that could strip Steffy of her autonomy and entangle her in a web of obligations that serve Victor's interests more than her own. Ridge, in his eagerness to secure the deal, overlooks these nuances. His confidence in Steffy's abilities blinds him to the manipulative tactics that Victor employs. Ridge's belief that Steffy can handle any situation becomes a double-edged sword, cutting through the fabric of trust and protection he has always provided for her. As the deal progresses, Steffy finds herself grappling with decisions that seem increasingly out of her control. Her initial excitement at the prospect of taking Forrester Creations to new heights begins to wane as she realizes the extent of Victor's influence. The pressure mounts and the lines between personal and professional life blur, leaving Steffy in a state of constant turmoil. Her relationships begin to suffer. Her bond with her brother Thomas becomes strained as he senses the impending danger but struggles to convey his concerns without appearing unsupportive. Her romantic relationship with Finn, who has always been her rock, faces unprecedented challenges as Steffy's focus shifts to navigating the treacherous waters of her professional life. Amidst this chaos, Ridge remains blissfully unaware of the storm brewing around his daughter. His interactions with Victor are marked by mutual respect and a shared vision, blinding him to the subtle machinations that threaten to undermine Steffy's position. Ridge's pride in Steffy's accomplishments becomes his Achilles' heel, preventing him from seeing the cracks forming in the foundation of her world. It isn't until Steffy reaches a breaking point that Ridge begins to see the extent of the damage. The once confident and composed Steffy starts to show signs of strain, her decisions becoming erratic, her demeanor increasingly fraught. It takes a moment of vulnerability, a rare glimpse into Steffy's inner turmoil, for Ridge to realize the gravity of the situation. The realization hits Ridge like a ton of bricks. He recognizes that his ambition, while well-intentioned, has led him to overlook the most important aspect of his role as a father: protecting his daughter. Ridge's journey from obliviousness to awareness is marked by a profound sense of guilt and a determination to rectify his mistakes. Ridge's first step towards redemption involves confronting Victor. The showdown between these two titans of industry is as